Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. Welcome back to the library, where today we're going to hopefully finish Coffee Talk episode 2. I know I said that. We didn't get very far last time because I got sick live on stream, which is very embarrassing, but I think I feel better now. I'm not fully better or anything, but like I think I'm good enough to finish the game today, or at least that's the goal. So we're gonna see how far it's gonna take us to get to the end. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. We're gonna try. We're gonna go for it. We're definitely gonna go for it. If I do get tired or anything, I mean, that's okay. We'll just. I do want to finish before I go on hiatus, so I'm going to, at the very least, get it done this week. But I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna shoot for finishing. I'm gonna shoot for finishing today. So we better get right into it. I'm also gonna do a little less reading out loud because I don't have cough drops with me today. I just have water, which is fine, but you know, that does mean my throat is a little bit more under the weather than usual. Rachel, Lucas. Lucas is hungover? What did he do? Myrtle. No delivery today. She okay? Good evening. Is it gonna be? Oh, hi, Georgie. Officer, welcome. Hey, Arbi. How are you doing? He does not look great. Officer? Did he... No? Okay. He took his lighter, so he should be fine. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. Thanks, Georgie. I'm in a real bind, Arbi. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Is it a ghost? You talking about your patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How'd that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything, like rats or cats, but neither fits with what I heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know? The laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles? Can werebeasts giggle? Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? What? Did we get a new story? Oh, it's Lucas. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that terrible joke. I didn't see it. I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Arbi. I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Rihanna dropped that bomb about the fairies. What about them? It turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules was referred to as such. Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. Isn't Freya a fairy? We haven't seen her in a while, though. We haven't seen her all game. Back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes ghosts. Oh. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be taking it really easy today. Although it might go for a while since we're trying to finish this game today. Anyways. We have ghosts. We have ghosts in our story. Apparitions? Yes. Apparitions like... Oh. Ghosts. I knew it. I knew it was ghosts. Ghosts? Ghosts! I see. What do you mean I see? Huh? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. Bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? I mean, if aliens exist. Because if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now. Alright, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world. Yeah, some of them are aliens. Sometimes literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. Who says peccadillos normally? If you don't mind telling me, though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to tell. Oh, you have a history. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Arbi. But that's all I'm willing to share, for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So is my daughter. They're like my opposites. Very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see. That makes sense. They're kind of people who could see things from nothing. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know the Zen Rock Garden thing? They understand the zenness of it. I don't. But that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. Sorry to hear that. Maybe he was reincarnated, ooh. Don't be. On that note, Arbi, you've seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes? My bad. That thing was originally my grandpop's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. Ah. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now about that street. You see, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated that room. So sometimes, he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of the place. There were all kinds of people there, along with their pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... Burn Street, uh-huh. It's the street with the haunted tree. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. You sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Arbi. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. Uh-huh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right? Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone. Right? Then one thing led to another, and my team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who was in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, your patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the fairy market. Information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Right? And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Well, if you list them all in order like that... I'm telling you, Arbi, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. Pops, I think you're losing it. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know? I always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What'll they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around... Oh, we haven't seen Aqua in a while. I wonder if we'll see her soon. You could find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh? It's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll ease your mind a bit? Gotcha. But Arbi, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits, right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it the extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. His lighter. It exudes an interesting feel. Make me this magical drink you've learned, Arbi. They said coffee, honey, and lemon, right? Oh, wow. And give his lighter back. Look at that. That's a neat drink. Oh, wow. Yeah, right? The drink does light up, huh? It's in our brew tank. In our brew pad now. Look at that. Guillemada. This spell-laden, alcohol-imbued Galician drink is known to ward off evil spirits. Just look at it. Yep. This is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Ooh, careful. Dang, Arbi. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Yeah, we can just turn back time. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Arbi. Oh, it's fine. You even made this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks. Man, at least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Huh? Who is that? Who are you? Hello? Do I know you? Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. We got an achievement for that. Unlock conversation with Detective McQueen. Is this, This is a reference. I'm pretty sure that's a reference. I don't know what it's a reference to, but it's a reference. At least it's a game that we can play in the future, I guess. Let me... Let me move to this screen. Yeah, this might be better. Yeah, I think we'll move to here. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Oh, they know each other. Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. The surprises just keep coming this week. We didn't hear him enter, did we? Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone, but I don't like to talk about it. What do you mean you get nightmares? Ophelia, I wasn't sure we were... What do you mean? We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. What do you mean you were lucky to survive brunch? Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Arbi about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. So true. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Do what? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is there. It's hard, I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Then, before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me and... Wait. Isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. That's it? You just... Oh, who are you? Hey, detective. Where are all these cops doing? Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up, though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what'd I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Where are you a cop at? TLPD? You're not Seattle Police Department. Hey, ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, that they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture. Listen to their issues, and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we're meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was the chupacabra. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. Does he know? Does he know my secret? That was quite something. What'd you know, Arbi? Looks like my good luck is back. Feeling like $1,000,000 now. Very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Arbi. I didn't do much. You gonna be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Okay. Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. There he goes. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Oh. Oh, Miss Rena, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Wow. Can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon, and a touch of honey. Isn't that a drink we have? Yeah, tea, lemon, and honey. Tea infused with some lemon, and a touch of honey. There you go. We don't have anything to give, right? I don't think so. A cup of warm Midsummer's Night's Dream for you, miss. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Do you mind doing me a favor? Oh? Could you give my contact info to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? An email address and phone number are written on it, belonging to Rena Sheeran. A piece of a blue card with an email address. Okay. I'll give that to Georgie next time I see him. What I said a few days ago might have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. I don't blame you. Entirely understandable. It's not my intention to interfere with his work. If he requires any assistance, please, let me know. It's the least I could do, as I realize there'd be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Georgie's a human. And we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information. I understand what you mean. Okay. I just don't wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. Oh dear. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know, I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I've been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I wasn't expecting much. But she provided me with some context who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I'm thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher, just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well... Oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'll have to do way, way more than just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it's either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success, that's true. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try your suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity? Did something happen? He was stuck? Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media oh yeah, he was lost, right? I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud. Sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly deep in thought and entered Kerry Park without realizing. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware. Right. So he called me to ask if there were any other modes of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark. True, I can't say anything. I actually can't say anything about that. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them. Oh. Did it not go well? I see. It didn't go as expected. Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss. However, he said he'll keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it, though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. I just... How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just can't picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believed that, with the number of rejections I've received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't it imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all? What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. So it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Yeah, like with Rachel and Hendry. Oh. VT Lurks has followed. Where are you guys coming from? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream, but where the heck are you guys coming from? Feel free to lurk. Feel free to lurk. We're having a chill stream. Just here to lurk? Feel free. This is a very lurk-friendly place. Just think of this. Just think of this as me reading you a story that you can like vibe to. More than welcome to lurk. But welcome. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Rena? Ah, yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa. I thought you're located in Bellevue? Yeah, that's across the bay. I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly near the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through to his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. Ah. Hope he didn't get sick then. Said he had a hangover. Oh. Hungover but feeling awesome. Yeah, I mean... Singer, Groover. Was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean... Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though. I needed to take care of my unfinished business. A late-night delivery? No, I was buying a pie. What? At midnight? 2 question marks? Yes. Why? Concerned you may have a competitor? No, not... We don't even sell pies. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Arbi. You'll be fine. Sort of want to know just so I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh? Why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together. But the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, So I wonder if he knows about it already. Is it a fairy thing? Well, it's a very small kiosk attached to a pub. Very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m. That's crazy. Good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story, though. You both went for pies, then? Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him for some reason. What did you get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble, with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top, and a large cup of piping hot coffee, with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh. But it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch. I apologize. I live. A little piece of advice, though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and preventing hangovers. Oh, that's good information to know. That's why you're the best barista, Arbi. Thank you. That's true. If you ever need to prevent a hangover, drink some Gatorade, so you can get those electrolytes in water, because alcohol flushes out your water and your electrolytes, so, you know, make sure to drink some Gatorade. Or alternatively, what my high school biology teacher said is to eat a banana with some salt on it, because the two electrolytes are potassium and sodium, so, you know, banana and salt. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie. That sounds good. Why is everybody using hibiscus these days? Look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And just so you know, I didn't order anything to drink. Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How'd you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? Yeah, it's in the name of the game. Hibiscus and butterfly. I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. And so, we continued our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal despite the disappointments with his team. He also told me why he doesn't drive at all. Really? Why? It's... On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize. No problem, I understand. Yeah, it sounds personal. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m. Must have been a gripping conversation. I'm not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns. No problem at all. Hopefully she gets a reel. Have a good evening then, Arbi. Come back again soon. Goodbye. That was a really eventful evening, even though we only got, like, 2 customers and 2 extra detectives. Lemony Snippet. A fortunate tale in a cup. What is that? Milk, lemon, and honey? Kinda want to try making that. Alright, who are we meeting today? Alien sightings increase. At least it's pretty. Alleged algae invasion. Who is it today? Oh! Hey, Bailey. Hey. Wait, hold on. I can't talk to you. I need to look at my stories. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what. Hi, Arena. I got the sponsored sunglass. They actually look pretty good, though. I love these kind of sunglasses. Alright, now we can talk to you, Baileys. Am I okay? Anyone there? Am I okay? Mr. Baileys, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. Yeah, what was that? A penny for your thoughts? You can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden what does that mean? How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. Is it about the wedding again? I guess now that we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. With his smug little dork smile. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup, or even a break. Huh. We've been through so much. There's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. Yeah, you had the whole thing with Hyde. So we decided to give each other a bit of space, and figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Made any progress? Doesn't look like it. Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. But a drink? I think I should order first. What can I make you? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do? So anything? What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus? Butterfly pea? Either sounds good. With milk and honey, please. Okay, wait. Hibiscus or butterfly pea with milk and honey? Milk and honey. Okay, what about the other one? Sweetheart latte or dream in blue? Let's calm. Let's do calm. Let's do blue pea, milk and honey. We're gonna be calm. And latte art. What am I looking at? This is so hard. Let's just do a normal heart. How about that? Even just drawing a heart is hard. I'm not cut out for this latte art stuff. I don't usually drink coffee. I drink tea. I mean, I know this is a tea, but I don't normally drink lattes. That's alright. That's a little misshapen, but it's a heart. It's recognizable as a heart, I think. As heart-like enough, I think. Good enough. Good enough. Heart adjacent, exactly. Close enough. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Arbi. He drinks it all anyways. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people. And we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself. I think so too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her a while now. Someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Arbi. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them, or both of them, would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. It's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting. Except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel, so she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea, with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again. Good for you, Bailey. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them, until she got sick. How did that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. That's part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get big, bad diseases like everyone else. It's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that, if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during the last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her, and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. Ugh, to think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Arbi. Here you are, letting me blab on it. It's called Coffee Talk for a reason. That's more than fine, but you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are a bit difficult to work out sometimes? I think that's part of it. In fact... Oh. Who is it? Oh, hey Silver. And Amanda. Good evening. Hi, Arbi. And hi. I don't think we've met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are. But you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so. Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date? I'm a little more than that. I'm her fiancé. Truly? Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates, with a 0.013% probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring. We are wishing for a Cafe Offspring? Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. I mean, I think that's pretty I think now you guys should know what the secret is in Coffee Talk 1 between the cafe owner, between the barista and Silver, but I'll let you think about that. Never mind me. You were about to order, Amanda. We were. And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience. I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth? Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions. Sounds like there's a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we've never had before. Time to get creative then. Take care not to reuse any ingredient you've served us in the past. What have we served? What have we served before? Wait, I don't remember what we served. Wait. Hold on, can we save? Yeah, let's save. What did... What have we served in the past? I don't remember any of that. I am not that good. I think we served something with ginger? Oh god, I don't know. I might just look this up. You're taking notes? I'm looking this up. I'm Googling this. What to serve Amanda? Coffee talk to Amanda drinks. I'm just giving up. I'm just going straight to the walkthrough. What day is it? Day 11? Okay, it says hibiscus latte? Or no, that's blue pea. Hibiscus latte. Maybe this will work? And we can do latte art. Let's do some. There we go. Some simple latte art. Do we have any items we can give? Oh no, not that. That's for Georgie. Alright, this should do then. Is it gonna work? Here you go. Oh. Bailey's. Hopefully this tastes new to you. It does! It is at least 56.941% different from anything we've experienced. That's good, right? We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. That's good. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846 new experience since arriving on Earth. That's quite a lot. Perhaps. However, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is in the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant. Right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it. That's... Don't mind me, getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? That one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. But that's where your help really came in handy, Arbi. My help? Yes, the card that you got off the agent. We asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card had been unveiled, we analyzed the language of its communication, which is quite an interesting mix if we may say so. It's roughly 60% syntax and 40% mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the ciphertext as... Oh, the point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us were saved beyond recognition. And some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission, which should last more than long enough for him to forget all about us. That sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling. It was a very simple matter of applying true knowledge, or hive knowledge. How did I misread that? Anyways. Be that as it may, that's great work, Amanda. We are pleased. Amanda's amazing. Well, let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You really helped us there. They're all looking at me. I'm very glad to hear that, and very relieved. Oh, we got an achievement. Complete Amanda's good story arc. Nice. We've thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really gotten a hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns. Deep-level communication in hive versus non-hive species. Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda always was the brains in the family. That wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes, Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was, I think. I think I may have found it. Wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the Hive, when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's great, but I'm curious, doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does and it does not. And in fact, we hope that is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it's not able to communicate the reasons for those desires. The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying. At least to some extent. What Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways, I still am. It'll always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared. Which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time. And even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. He's really in love. It's a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered, too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who reminded me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. Sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but... Arbi, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony. Which will take place 3 days... Oh, wow. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah. Taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We'd gotten bogged down in the details. And in our own insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I'm very touched, Mr. Baileys. Oh, come on, Arbi. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. Oh. For Hyde. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's an obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is very pleasant. And a little disappointing that we have to refuse. I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We're going on an adventure. That sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country. And maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is in essence circular reasoning. It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things. To enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are excited to try it out. And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Arbi, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. I think I should order a drink. Of course, what can I make you? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick. That's exactly right. How about some hot chocolate with something extra? Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice. Okay, so chocolate, some sweetness, and some spice. Oh, what is this? 299792458? What does that mean? Huh? Okay. Here's a 299792458 for a lights. Oh, I see. Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes. Is the speed of light not evocative of great adventures? And we put that in our drink. The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Arbi. Thank you. But do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes. But then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. How does the taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet, but with a strong character as well. That's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet, we are pleased. Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Arbi. Careful there, you don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. You're right. I'm just so excited I can barely sit still. I can imagine. A first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're gonna say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis on 99.999%. Hold on. Amanda, you've met Pearl and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched orc westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. Why do you look like that? You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Wow, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met, and are starting to like. It takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I've always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me, so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. Well, I'll say that if she'd heard your story, and that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admired you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is... I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving. Especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it's just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. You two are a really sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Baileys. True, chosen families can also rock. When we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be similar in the end. So it is. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must go pack. First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack, while she analyzes the earthling rituals of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely, this is further information for our research. We are thrilled. Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you two, then. Hasta la vista, strangers. Huh? Orc westerns. Bye to you too. Amanda's a dork, but in a good way. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Arbi. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps. Whether we'd like it? We'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's gonna be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. Oh, good for them. It's settled then. Lou is gonna be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm gonna go and tell her now. It's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Arbi. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. There he goes. More like a guardian hive mind. Wait. Wait. Good night, Mr. Baileys. You can't just dox yourself like that, me. You can't just tell everybody that you're a hive mind. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break. Let me set this bathroom break up for you guys, cause you know, I know you guys are gonna be inconsolable if we don't do what we must. So let me set this up. Are you kidding me? I'm getting ads. I'm getting ads. I don't have an ad blocker. Oh no. Wait, I can't show you guys ads. I mean, I guess you guys get ads when you come into my stream, but still. Hold on. Let me set this up. How's that? Does that work? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water, I'm gonna take some medicine, turn on the lights. I'll do what I need to do. So you guys, make sure to get hydrated and get a snack if you want to continue lurking. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. And this time I've decided to take off my headphones because, oh man, headphones on for too long really will just make you kind of want to throw up. So, I've lowered my volume so that hopefully you guys don't hear my game or anything. Yeah, I don't think my mic is picking it up. Could you guys hear the game in the background? Do you guys hear the game? I mean, obviously you guys hear the game from, like, the game capture audio, but hopefully you guys shouldn't be able to hear the game when I talk, so let me know, because I don't think I can have my headphones on for much longer without going insane. So yeah, we're gonna go headphoneless today. Oh, vaccine booster ready for distribution. ZXX20. Neko Mimi driver crashes truck filled with catnip. Alright, what do we get today? Oh, Aqua! Rangel's taking an easy day. Hi, Arbi. How are you? Good as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I was just thinking about you. Can I order something first, though? Of course, what would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Sure, that is... I thought it was milk, but there is no milk in this masala chai, even though it should. But no, it's tea, ginger, and cinnamon, if I'm not mistaken. That should be chai. Yep, that's chai. A cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. And I think... oh yeah, there we go. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. So you were saying? Oh, right. It's just, I've been busy working on my game. I see. How's it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about? Oh, that. I rejected it. Oh, nice! There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly like their games, but with all the shady requirements they had, I could tell they looked down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But, I don't know. Yeah. I tried negotiating with them, because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it really didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favor since I'm just a small developer. And I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. Doesn't sound like good faith to me. Right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept. They could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle's coming here soon. Oh, that's good. Great. So you two made up already? Yes. We apologized to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well. But she made it clear that she understood why I was anxious. And she apologized for assuming. That really helped. Now she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. Oh? Is that her? Hey, welcome. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Okay. Nothing too terrible, I hope. Only all the good stuff. Anyway, sorry, Arbi. I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? We're hunting new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. A bit? She's joking. It's pretty much in its death throes. If we're going, we're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure it'll be any help at all. Yeah. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with the productivity. I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now. So it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. Go big or go home. Sorry, Arbi. Seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip and good luck. That was quick. I thought we would get more, but no, that was pretty... Oh! Let's see. Guess I'll go over today's chat. Who is it? Oh, hi Henry, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, and Gala? Oh, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Arbi. Arbi. Nice seeing you here, Henry. How goes it? Good, good, good. I see you're doing good too. As usual. What do you want to drink, Henry? It's on me. No, 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 that won't do. Well, let's talk about bills later. So what'll it be? You first. Okie dokie. I'll have one STMJ, please. Susu, telur, madu jahe. But we switch it. It's jahe and then madu. There it is. One STMJ coming right up. Ah, it smells so nice. Spot on. Thanks, Arbi. You're welcome. And you? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? What do you recommend? Anything from your new tea line is fine. I see you have a new selection. Yes, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, huh? You should try the Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Didn't we make it recently? It sounds familiar. Didn't we serve Tejahero Rosella recently? Anything else in it? It's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then. Tejahero Rosella. Yeah, isn't that in our brew pad already? Yep. Hibiscus, ginger, and honey. There we go. Oh, and before I forget, the wedding invitation. What's this? Oh, it's Bailey's and Louis' wedding invitation. Really? For Hyde? Oh. The date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when he'll be here? Okay, sure. Thank you. A piping cup of Tejahero Rosella for you. Thanks. What do you think, Henry? Does it look any good? Uh-oh. Looks about right. Smells good too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Glad I passed your test. So are you two together? So what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer is coming. Oh, really? Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury's over. You okay, though? I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Hendry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yup. The soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after all that. Like today. I know the feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. Oh? It's like my body knows if a storm is gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for that. Yeah. Oh, is that Georgie? Georgie, welcome! You okay? Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hi, Georgie. Arbi, what'd I miss? Some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton then. How are you? How am I? You're talking about my case, well, I don't even know where to begin. Henry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No? What are we talking about? Arbi, you should have primed him before I got here. My bad. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it. Excuses, excuses. I'll help explain it to Hendry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. Oh, there we go. He seems spooked. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter and things happened. Mind backing up a bit? Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. I told Arbi about my lighter a while ago. How it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about. In what way? The lighter was my grandpa's, and there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, huh? Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my lighter was the key to making sense of all this, and gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night, to the spot, you know, to where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or if there was something else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. Then what happened? It blew up. What? What do you mean, what? The lighter, it just blew up. What do you mean, blew up? I think we definitely need more context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see. But I heard it. With a little whoosh followed by a couple of clinks. Thaw? What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small and metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Who wouldn't want to confuse y'all with that? Thaw is... what is that? You know, thaw. And then what happened? Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over, with its lid wide open. The flame, it was burning white. Wow. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything... Oh, whoops, no. Two small figures emerged from the corner walking towards the lighter. Did they see it? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." Then I fired a question back. "You the ones who've been messing with the cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Well, sounds like case closed. So they weren't ghosts? Hell no, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them at all. Didn't expect? Do you know them? Kinda. In fact, they own the gnome noms near my place. Oh wow. Did they know it was your car then? No, because I only order takeout. And I usually walk there. What was the reason for all the vandalism then? It all started because of a broken promise. And we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah. The tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically let the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good. In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community. And the vow was kept well after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago. And we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive. Not just for their friend, but as a remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through, makes sense of the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects. You okay? Oh yeah. Sorry. There's something about it bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose track of their existence. Just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An odd erasure of existence. But apparently that's why they keep animals. The Gnome Noms owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. Suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. Doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nekomimis honor their dead, and I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though. To remember the deceased and all the reasons they matter to us. Though except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It'd be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort, since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past. Yeah. Speaking of the Nom Noms owners, though, what happened to them? Oh right, did you arrest them? Nope. Huh. You gonna let them go? Not necessarily. But I got an idea on what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. Shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine. Not even a scratch. Really? But that thing blew up, didn't it? Like, thaw? We even debated the sound effects and everything. As I said, it still works fine. So I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame is a bit unnatural, I agree. And I remember how you kept forgetting your lighter here. Hey now, man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? As for the blowing up, it was probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. This thing is real old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There's no such thing as coincidence indeed. I still think it's a ghost, though. Got it, Henry. Shush. In any case, mystery solved. For now, at least. So that's all it was. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier. I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Henry. Take care. Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. How do you think I feel? You want anything? I'm good. And one espresso for me, please. That's easy enough. And, if I'm not mistaken, I have a card here for you. Yep. What is it? Oh, we got something. Georgie dislikes ghosts. And Gala. It's Miss Rena's number. She asked me to give it to you. She said she can help you find someone if you need it. or if you need any information from her. I see. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy, thank you. Here's your espresso, officer. Thanks. Great as always. So what's next, officer? What's your plan after this? Other than talking to him? I guess I'll focus on the rumors. Word is going around that cars are being messed up there. It's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over. And I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. I have a question for you, though. Which do you prefer? Wild rumors or bad press? That's a tough one. There's no limit to what wild rumors can become or how far they'll go. But the press can shape a story, report it, and many will believe it as truth. Both are worrying in their own ways. Fair point. But what if we combine them? Rumor, truth, and press. If we somehow combine them, then I think I have a plan. A crazy one, but a plan nonetheless. Maybe y'all can also add to it. Oh? Sure. It'll take a while to explain, though. Well, I'll be here all night. I got time. Alright then. Brace yourselves, folks. It's gonna be a doozy. Oh. Oh, that's the end of the day. Okay. Alright. Sure. Vegan food gnome diet? What's a gnome diet? Alright. Today's delivery cutoff time. Had a break in the office and just played board games. Look what Myrtle did. Sneakily taking my super serious gaming face. That's pretty good, actually. That's a very super serious game. Oh, hey Rachel, Arbi. Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry, I'm just really excited. Is it your song? I've done it. Congrats. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. Told you about it last time, remember? Oh yeah, you did. I brought it with me, check it out. Really? Okay. You sure we can play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, we're the only ones here anyway. It'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that, let's just play it. Oh. Oh, we got a... achievement. Serve Rachel's sweetheart latte when she needs... Okay, that worked. And it's here now. Oh, I see. What do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave me. That's neat. Wait. Yeah, there it is. Sweetheart latte, wasn't it? That's right. You composed the melodies? Without me, yeah. So like, I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love's beginning, or thinking about your crush. The sourness of anxiety and the sweetness of a promise. There's a lot of steps to keep the delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I see where you're going with this. Yeah, just like the drink, right? It needs the perfect balance of ingredients and temperature to mix properly, right? Or it would curdle, yeah. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way? Just fine. Business as usual. I thought we had a ghost haunting nearby, but apparently not. I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? Henry? Yeah, he did. He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. That's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wondered what he was doing. Ah, I see. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof after all. Oh, what a surprise. Thought you'd been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right. Hello, welcome. Oh, Rena, are you okay? You don't look okay. Good evening to you, Miss Rena. Hey, Rena. Fancy meeting you here. Ah. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. She okay? Huh. She alright? I'm not. That's what I said. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. There you go. Good old cup of milk. We don't even get to make latte art with this. Here you go. Cup of warm milk. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. You alright? You alright? Yeah, that's what I said. No. I think I'm sad? Oh, you're actually... Oh. What's wrong? I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that? I didn't mean to be so dramatic. Do you mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out. Miss Rachel is right, feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Arbi and the regulars of this coffee shop, I've gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? What makes it more troubling is... it's likely that my ignorance was on purpose? Ignorance? On purpose? What do you mean? Miss Rachel, the position you hold today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent, but you do not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also. Although I don't fully understand his content, he's successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I'm aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself, because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. You really, though? Oh god, my voice is not having it today. You've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes. But have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education. And for the simple fact of what I am, I'm truly fine with all that, I really am. Because all of it is a pain I'm already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be... might be difficult. Miss. I apologize for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to. Miss Rena, would you please allow me to make a drink? Around the house. But Arbi insists, right? Right. What was the pie you ate? It was hibiscus, honey, and mint? Quite a lot, actually. Yeah, very sweet blueberry pie with hibiscus and mint. So it's hibiscus, honey, and mint. It even has a little pie lattice. One pie in a cup coming right up. Oh. Oh, we unlocked the Rachel all the way. Rachel Florencia. And unlocked Rena all the way. Wagner, Liebestod, Puccini, Vivaldi, and Mozart. And we got the drink too. Wonder what phone this is, now that I think about it. One pie in a cup. Wow, that's so extra. Kind of is, isn't it? But it's so pretty. Thank you. It really is. Well done, Arbi. But are you really serving a warm pie filling to your customer? It's not a pie filling. I simply make fruit cordials with honey. And I just happen to have the blueberry one on hand. Sure. It's not a pie filling, trust me. It's not. It's nice. Thank you. You're very welcome. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? Huh? Your driving force, before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice. Whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done a lot of ways. Like politics. Huh. You're not wrong, but... that was just an example, jeez. But I admit, being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it, as long as I'm able. However, I believe it's also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply don't wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What are you gonna do now? I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here. What does that name ring up? You've been liking his posts! What do you mean? Oh, wait. You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tombo Chill. If it's even the same Lucas, I mean. How could it not be? You literally... What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talent. Yeah, that's what it says. Underrated talents. To showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So what if you rejected his offer? Call him. Huh? Or text him. Tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. That's true. You're always allowed to change your mind. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily. Just do it. Text him. Yeah. Okay. That's true. You're always allowed to change your mind. He responded. What'd he say? He told me to stay. Oh, is he coming? Oh, he is coming. Huh. Huh. Does he live, like, nearby or something? Not really. But it seems you had some things to do around here. What a great coincidence. That means you can clear things up in purpose. Not in purpose, in person. You're right. Thank you for giving me the courage, Miss Rachel. Just call me Rachel, will you? Alright. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life. Yeah. As it is a habit formed from my time, during my time living in the commune. Commune? We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we all would work together as one. Like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? No. Because we're not a cult. I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we don't see a lot of banshees around is because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. So when you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Well, we don't have Banshee Culture Center anywhere. Time to start one then. Perhaps it's best if I used a specific example. What the? Is that a bot in chat? Get out of here. What the heck? I didn't even notice. The heck? Get out of here. Ew. Can I get rid of this? Hold on. Ew. I'm gonna ban this bot and delete this chat. There we go. Much better. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Such as my mother's role. Oh? Her role is to trade. In the event that we need to increase our supply or sell our products, or are simply in need of some negotiating, it's my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods. And she's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us. Right. Everyone's work has equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink. Another is in charge of all of our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set up schedules and organize the collection of goods. So, like, does each role only have one bearer at a time? No, sometimes there are two or more, depending on the power needed. It's all about balance. I see, interesting. Does your mom... Oh, is that Lucas? Does your mom still fulfill her role to this day? Yes. Although, there are times when I wish she would retire. There he is. Why? She's doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her. Oh. She had to endure years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble, or to simply defend the commune. That is such a heavy burden. It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered her. Why? Because it's become her identity, I think. Oh, you're here? Yeah, hi lady. I was starting to wonder when you were gonna say something. I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Rena's story. Fine by me. It is as Mr. Lucas said. Thought we were already past all that formal stuff, am I wrong? Well, you still call her lady. But she is. The lady is speaking. Oops, okay, sorry. It is as, Lucas said. Our discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride. Oh. So while she performs her role really well, her anger often gets the best of her. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I'm thankful for that. But unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Right. That's when I understood she was angry too. If your mom has dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat for all that, oh, tough. I guess I can relate in some ways. The Nekomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere as rigid as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid. What do you mean mid? What does mid mean? Mid? Like, mediocre in all ways, aside from being pretty... Oh, you actually mean mid. Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it makes me wonder, you know? How much of our survival instincts turn into bad stereotypes? Things have changed so much for everyone. Which means, we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right? So why are so many still stuck with outdated and bad perceptions? Actually, that's exactly why. Life is complicated and change is hard. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right? And there are billions of living beings in this world. That's why many folks choose to reduce their world to a size they can handle. All based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume. Ah. And sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most beings' minds. Unless you already have a vested interest in it, then it's a different story. That makes sense. We all need to survive, I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold, all of it has an impact on others. In one way or another. Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, by the way, did Pops contact you, lady? You know about the tree? Oh, he did, but... What tree? It's a long story. Sure, keep your smelly secrets. No, this is perfect. You should listen too. The more exposure this gets, the better. Oh, so you're gonna tell me? From the very beginning. But before I forget... Lady, did you have something to say to me? Since you texted me and all. Oh yeah. Go on, Rena, say it. Oh. So, about your show. Yeah? You're in, right? Are you still unsure about the format? Well, I'm still trying to put it all in order on paper, so... Kind of? Like, I know I want to do a podcast, a deep dive, and a showcase, but I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely. Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure. What are you planning to show, anyway? How do you think it'll help the guest? Oh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from around the city. And beyond if it takes off. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Scratch that, I know it'll take off. That's some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be? I might not know the exact format yet. But all the elements needed to make a good show are locked and loaded already. That is pretty... pretty confident. Really? What are they? Well, there's already so much content out there, right? And you can't deny that today's audience get bored easily, too. If something doesn't appeal to them immediately, they'll just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself. Which ironically is the only thing I don't have. Yet. Anyway, a proper format has good consistency. Could be the way the show is cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience, and it makes things easier for the creator too. That makes sense. The next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essential. Because even singing will need more than one song, right? Same with cooking, you need to show many techniques, recipes, all that jazz. That's true, right? Since the goal of this show is to shine a spotlight on all things underrated, I figured it should start small and nearby, but still have the potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring the city and its inhabitants in depth? Especially since I'm fairly new here and all. Oh. You get what I'm saying? I can see there are many interesting topics to discuss. Yeah, like locations, events, history. Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet. Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover. Makes sense. What's next? Know your audience. Honestly, in this internet era, you don't need to appeal to everyone. If you do it right, you can target just one type of audience and still get a lot of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. But since the show will be in a completely new format, a lot of them will reject it. Because people do not like change. That's right. But honestly, that's fine. I'm trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded. And it can help elevate the stuff we're gonna spotlight. Like, say, if we cover musicians, they'll go to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighborhood project? They'll be eager to check it out. A cool coffee shop? They'll be interested in visiting. Oh. Anyway, you all know what I'm in. The next thing is audio quality, great visuals and edits, you know the drill. Of course. And the last thing you need for a good show is... me. Hey, what's with the awkward silence? I mean personality and smarts. To find info, you need to be resourceful. And to relay information well, you need a good personality, right? Well, I'm your guy. Why, what's so funny? Am I not the perfect guy? Resourceful, huh? Really? Oh, so that's what you're questioning, huh? I'm just saying. Because didn't you say you're new to the city? So... Oh, I see how it is. But you've really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed. Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere near as big as your talk show, though, I'll tell you that. Huh? Rumor has it that your manager is trying to get your old girl band back together. And I heard there'll be a talk show or something for it. Oh, really? How did you hear that? I have my ways? I didn't get the info from shady sources, I promise. Well, okay, I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But your information is outdated already. Oh? Because I won't be in the show. Why? Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback. But if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like a new us to show we've grown. Ah, I get that 100%. That's too bad. Why? I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You're able to read the room with sensitivity. Therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program. You think so? Oh, I'm flattered. You're right about that, though. I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through my music, my songs, and my performances. You know? Yes. I understand that very well. Do you want to be our first guest? Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists. Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel? So you actually have a side project. Well, yeah, but I was kidding about inviting you earlier, but hey, maybe it could work out after all. Hop on a new channel, will you? You wish. I'm a very busy Neko Mimi. But maybe. What is it, Arbi? I thought your plan was to have Miss Rena as your first guest. Oh. Well, about that. I'm definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kinda hoping you'd be my co-host instead. What? I was gonna ask you later, but Arbi over here has cornered me something fierce. Oops, sorry. Why me? I like the way you explain difficult subjects, and I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot. And all of your stories are so interesting. Plus, someone needs to offset my chaotic personality. Like contrasting hosts, huh? Yeah. What's more, she's not nervous talking in front of camera at all. Well, she is a performer. I know, I know. I'm just saying she's a natural on camera. So yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you later, if you want to be my co-host. Only if you're interested, of course. I might need a moment to consider. Of course, take your time. However, if you are open to receiving input, may I throw in an idea for the format of the show? For real? Of course you may. And I'm staying until you all tell me everything I missed. Okay. The night's still young anyway. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's the end of the day. That was the content creator chapter. I didn't think I'd get to see so much about content creation, but I mean, I guess it's relevant to me. Monday, October 2nd. Gobbly Lab shut down. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. Wow. Stories need longer duration. That's true. Oh, what is going on here? So I drove him around. Oh, is this what I think it is? Hold on. Let's check. No delivery today. Started a new podcast. Do you like video podcast? Oh! Down to Ride Vlog, #1 mystery adventure with co-host Rena Shirian and a special guest star, Neko Chill. That's 53,000 likes. Oh my goodness gracious. Did he not get any likes for this? It's a lot of likes. Wow, she actually went for it. Good for her. Is that new? I feel like that's new. I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple. It wasn't sad so much as cute, though. But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Or just in the light? Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow. My apologies, Mr. Kala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Ah, here we go. Oh, they got married! Good for they. Good for they. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often enough that we know this place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, Arbi. So it does. Now, shall we get this celebration started? Please, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline. I call it a deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Louis's last name, Bailey's? No, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. You always make me melt. Ugh, they're so married. Yeah, disgusting, he said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. Okay, hot and sweet. To something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. Okay. In summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it. Okay, so that's chocolate, it's honey, and freshness is lemon, right? Or unless it's mint? Mint is very fresh. This is like, that's an ice cream flavor, isn't that? That's an ice cream flavor. Oh, that's a very pretty drink. Let's go for it. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. And we can put that on our list. Nice. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Let's go. They're all sipping. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praise from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. What does that mean? Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Arbi? I did a bit of traveling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night before meeting at the mooring. That's very lyrical. I blame the mood on you two. Well, I am a time traveler, so... All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury. But even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires are much more they're so married. Hey. Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire and proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? They're all looking at me. Wait. I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case... Thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Mr. Is that what I'm gonna say? And thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Arbi. That's kind of heavy, actually. Absolutely. That is kind of intense, actually. Short and to the point. Good speech. Yeah, Hyde would think that. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Oh well, fine. Thank you, Llewyn Baileys, for entertaining me and making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Arbi, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel very welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect this joy in the family you're starting today. Aw, Gala. Thanks, man, really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Good for they, good for they. Claps all. Oh, we got an achievement! Just married. Good for they. Arbi, my dear Arbi. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. Oh. That's ominous. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh. I'm avoiding it in solidarity. Good for you. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. And thanks, I think, Hyde. I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying. I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. Especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely. Booze just became this big social thing. I don't know, I like some booze. Why not? But I for one wish there was a better range of soft drinks. They're doing in between now. There's a lot of seltzers that are really popular these days, you know, like alcohol with a little bit of, or soda I should say, with a little bit of alcohol in it. Like White Claw is really popular, for example, but there's also like Mike's Hard Lemonade, and also some people are doing, I think like there was like a Coca-Cola alcohol drink that they were putting inside a can. I think canned alcohol is becoming the future. Everyone's trying to get their hands on it now. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. I'm gonna sneeze, wait. Okay, I don't think I'm sick. I think that was just a random sneeze. Knock on wood. I don't think that was anything bad, but I did sneeze. Oh god. When did you go to a place like that? A while ago, with my family. Back when we were still in touch. Bae. I'm okay, sweetie. Oh, they're so married. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. In the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt. Tonic water. That sounds like something I'd enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Of course it would be a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. O-type preferably. Universal donors and all that. I have O negative blood. I am the universal donor. Anybody can take my blood. Yuck. I think this is a joke? Hope this is a joke? And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Bailey's. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that. What does that mean? She's impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year or 3. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala's a softie. I'd say Gala's a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Arbi ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I could ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over, your primary school friend Bailey's. Marco? I thought I'd caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses. Delightfully cliche, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I take my best— Oh! Are you actually a photographer? Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire. Scorn dissimulated in a smirk. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds, too. Ah yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. Oh, they got a little picture of it. Nice. Oh, look at this, bae. This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Good job. Good for you. Yes, truly. Thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. Ah, no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always really wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. Yeah, good for them. And I love this picture. Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Arbi? You wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Actually, yes. Something like that. Good thing I saw— Oh, you did! If our newlyweds don't object. I have almost exactly the same one here for you. Yeah, I'd love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, Arbi. I'm not sure where we'd be without you. So I take it you've decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Aw, come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's gonna get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. That's a lovely idea. I bet little Rose is thrilled. She is. An entire party next to her bed, can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde, and just like that, he promised to take their pictures pro bono. That's very good of you, Miss Pro Bono. It's nothing. I could use the experience. So that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like good social redistribution to me. Right? So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house and I've got the job. I've got my own pocket werewolf. They're married. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while. Oh, we got an achievement! Hyde Leibovitz. Complete Hyde's good story arc. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not too sure yet, but we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. They're so married. I'm glad we talked it all through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mom told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you'd talked about it. Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes, but the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing. Well, not in our couple. We've decided that when we have kids, I'll be a yeah, you should be. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. You know, I keep thinking. They're so married. It's two married couples. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd rather stay home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller. Using my family name on you feels wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting, but none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. Ugh, they're so in love it hurts. I can't look at them for too long. Excuse me. Sounds like Hyde is fun and you wait forward. Did we... Oh, it's a new story. What in the world is that? Oh, they're earrings. I'm glad they started the podcast. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only longish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans, and we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. That makes sense to me. I will say though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean. Yes, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked Arbi from this— Hi, it's me, Arbi. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away. He's been very kind to me, and perceptive about me as well. I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat right now, it's really good. You're alright too, Gala. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Right back at ya. Oh, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Let's put some music on. We should put on this one. There we go. Nice. I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, bae. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. I've always wondered where that came from. Sounded like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world... Oh, 1 second. I got a message. Excuse me, sorry about that. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world... Did they fall off or something? A gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no. Not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground. And immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras. Until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Eon and the human Ray? It's gonna help me for sure, I get lost without names. Eon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Eon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Eon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Eon by then. But when Eon went to see their mother, the goddess, give her a chance, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Eon, "Get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die just like your fiancé." Yuck. And to nobody's surprise at this point, Eon said, "I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Rei by my side?" Down to get married they went. For many hours, the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many more hours, she was despondent and sulked. And finally, he turned an eye onto the ground to look at Eon and Rei. They were in the field where Rei had first found Eon. They were garlands of flower and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Eon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Eon and Rei danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skins turn parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. Are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at Rain the same way now. It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right. The goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with Rain is a lot simpler. I just really love when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. That is true, that's very comfy. That is peak comfiness. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. What is that? Oh, it's the cat! Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. That's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala, did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, Arbi? Oh no, but he's been around a couple of times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then. Although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adapting to this place. Or maybe he's adopting this place, my bad. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too. Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. What could it be? Or someone? If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago, and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything. I was saying that he might be looking for someone. Perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. No comment? Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I want walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular, in the sense that I want it to look good. But he's not no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, you know, peak design trends. That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. I shouldn't have brought that up. Bruce. Why don't you help Mr. Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why indeed. My job, time... Your job? Time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best. Gala is an interior designer's walking nightmare. Or waking nightmare. Not true, I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ugh. Hello? You guys sound like you're gonna be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this all together when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Arbi. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved, then. That, and also you all are alright. It sounds like everyone's gonna be busy with their own stuff for a while. But I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year. I know it's gonna be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear. You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by to give you news. And to get fury remedies. And to listen in on the drama. Can't wait to welcome you back. Oh, it stopped raining. I think the rain is over. And we've kept you up for a while already, Arbi. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, Arbi. Good night. Good night, you two. They're so married. They are so married. Let's go. Let's. Good night, Arbi. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. No, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, Arbi. Will do. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. Hey, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, there's... Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Was that... Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like, to have a chosen hive. What does that mean? Ooh. Aqua's tranquility. Alright, let's take a big sip. Alright, I have sipped big. Fire director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. Oh, really? Heir of American business royalty disowned over choice of wife. Oh, I think I know who that is. Interesting. Oh, look at all these stories. Oh, they got married. Mr. Hyde is really into taking pictures now. Oh, I should like these. What is this, Silver? They're so married as well. There's so many married couples in these games. Somehow this feels like deja vu. Hey, Georgie. Hey. Welcome, Officer Georgie. What's cracking? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yep. Deja vu. What? Nothing. Everything is fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout. That's good news. You know, this weather has kind of grown on me. Really? Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course. But the thunder no longer sounds so angry to me. I mean, you should be used to it. It's Seattle. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. What would you like? Make me whatever I ordered a couple of weeks ago. You were promoting a new tea selection at the time. Good times. Had an interesting color. I'll take whatever you gave me that day. Did we give hibiscus or blue pea? Wait. Did we give hibiscus or blue pea? Hold on, let's save. I think we gave blue pea? If I'm wrong, we'll just reload. But I think this is what I gave him. Still tastes like grass. But my daughter told me this is really good for stress. Really? Are you stressed right now? No, don't worry. Since my daughter loves it so much, I was just trying to remind myself how it tastes. I guess we got the right one. Well, usually blue pea is mixed with a bunch of other ingredients. It's a very forgiving drink taste-wise and goes well with most things. And it looks pretty. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's tasteless except for grassy notes when you drink it straight. Right on. Does this mean you've already made up with your daughter? More or less. That's great. How are you, officer? How's work? Work, huh? Hell, it's only been a couple of days since I was here. But I admit, a lot has happened. Oh? Patience, pal. We don't have all the players here to complete the story yet. Oh? Is someone else coming? 2 more. Alright then. But what do you mean complete the story? Well, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I can't recount the whole thing alone. I see. But you know, Arbi, for a while, this old man felt like he'd been living in a stagnant pool. When he thought he started out on a flowing stream, it didn't take long for him to find out it wasn't a stream or even a pool. It was more like a mud puddle that was constantly being filled up with dirt year after year. And well, no matter how much he tried to keep it clean, the puddle would always dry out before any of his attempts bear fruit, every single time. He'd end up stuck on the bottom with only occasional rain. What is this? After a bout of heavy rain, he discovered a small crack of hope. A thin line leading to another flowing water in the original direction he wanted. Oh. Know what I'm saying? I think so. Oh, hey, Lucas. Lucas is in the house, yo. Hey. He's very hyper today. And you, Pops, how goes it? All good. You're in high spirits, aren't you? Always. Anyway, Pops, what's shaking? I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all the excess energy? You're right, and I probably should explain, but first. Arby, may I put in an order? You may. I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. Oh, okay. So that's blue pea milk and milk, right? I think? Blue pea latte? Blue pea latte. And we'll do some art. Let's do... Yeah, it works. That's fine. A cup of blue latte with a masterpiece on it for you. Ensure... Oh! We got an achievement. Ensure everyone gets the right drink. Nice. A masterpiece, eh? I like your confidence. I took a picture. Anyway, cheers. Did he post it? He did not. Oh, we got everybody up to 3 then. Nice. Oh, look at him. Fried noodles, true. Avenge Stevenfold. Anyway, cheers. Thanks, Arby. So what's up, kid? All's well, Pops. I'm waiting for the lady to arrive. Oh, so Miss Brina's coming? Should be here soon. The last couple of days have been really intense for us. Hasn't it been like 2 days? Like, I think it's been exactly like 2 days. Maybe 3? I feel like it was 2 days, though. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night. Oh? Why? Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff. Tisk tisk. What is it? I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule's probably not like everyone else's, but I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits unnecessarily. Although I know next to nothing about Banshee biology. Doesn't she do late-night deliveries? Oh? Sometimes she does deliveries until morning. And never mind, kid. Forget everything I said earlier. Whew. I was like, oh man, what stupid thing did I do this time? I was just pulling your leg. We're both adults. I was just playing around as the nosy and annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking. Especially considering what happened the first time you two met. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I mean by me doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know? It happens. As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from time to time. Yep. So were you staying up because of the new podcast? Oh, yes. Have you watched it? What podcast? The link is on my T-Chill, Pops. That was a podcast? You've already seen it too? Man, I'm stoked. Thought it was like a ghost hunt or something. With how dark everything was, lighting-wise. So it was too dark, huh? I'll keep that in mind. I admit, what you call the ghost hunting segment was shot kinda spontaneously. But what'd you think about the whole thing, Pops? You too, Arby, tell me. Oh, I saw the post, but I haven't had the time to watch it yet. Did we see it yet? Or is it gone now, because it was yesterday? Oh, we don't get to see it anymore. I'm sorry. Oh, well, don't be sorry. Wait, are we able to watch anything? No, right? Yeah, it's just a picture, okay. I was gonna say, it would be crazy if the game had videos in it. But go watch it when you have the time, alright? Will do. Well, since I thought it was a ghost hunt, I didn't, I didn't watch it all the way to the end. Okay, that's fair, understandable. My daughter enjoyed watching the whole thing, though. Ah, that's great to know. She told me Rachel was there, too. What gives? Rachel? Yeah, she was our first guest. Oh, so did you film the episode right after you three talked about it the other day? Exactly. That's why it was spontaneously done. But the whole thing is not all about ghost hunting, Pops. That was just a clickbait. The actual story is... I know, my daughter summarized it for me. You brought up the street. And the tree too, didn't you? Exactly. Because it was part of our plan, right? Is that her? No, it is. Welcome, Miss Rena. Hello. Finally, you're here. Good evening, miss. Hi, everyone. Was the traffic bad for you? Not at all. I had to deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologize. You're not late. I'm just early. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, please. A cup of mild coffee sweetened with a lot of honey. Okay, mild coffee and a lot of honey. Honey coffee. Sure, very straightforward. That's what I used to order back in the day. Really? So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? See? And? I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? I'm not done playing the role of annoying and nosy old guy, that's all. Jeez. Oh, by the way, thank you for telling me about the pie shop, miss. Somehow I didn't know it existed. You talking about Disco Pie? Yep, that place closes up at midnight. It follows the schedule of the pub adjacent to it. Now my daughter can get pie even when I'm home late. I see, that's good. I swear I'm not trying to point your regulars in the direction of your rival, Arbi. It's fine, it's fine. What rival? Maybe I should start selling food here. Did I miss something? I'm wondering too. Well, as you probably know, especially if you follow my teacher, we started a vlog/podcast thing. Right. My daughter watched the first episode yesterday. Did she like it? She loved it. I heard her laughing all the way. I'm glad. So, what is this vlog/podcast thing really? Yeah, please clarify. I saw you had this walk-around session in the episode. I thought podcasts are supposed to be voice only. Like a radio show, but you don't need to catch it live. Well, nowadays there are a lot of podcasts with videos. Voice is still the most important part though, and we did have the carpool podcast later in that episode. So usually there will be two versions of the same episode, the voice-only one on audio streaming platforms, and the full video posted on video streaming platforms. Ah, I see. Sounds difficult to create both at the same time. It must require a lot of planning, doesn't it? It does. If you're not the Lucas, that is. Thanks to my editing and interviewing skills, you can enjoy the action session in the voice-only version all the same. I see. It wouldn't be possible to make the episode as compelling, though, without Lady Arena giving us good information to make the episode work. Somehow her voice really resonates well in the mic, so it was a joy to edit it into the narration. Also, Rachel was probably the best first guest we could have gotten. We even got a sneak preview of her new singles. Our first episode got tons of views because of that. Really? That's great. But I wonder if that was cleared by her manager. Probably not. But she knows what she's doing, I'm sure. I can see why you two stayed up for days now. Sounds great, y'all. So, miss? Yes? You enjoying your new role as a show co-host? Well, it's interesting so far. And I'm learning a lot of new skills. So I'm eager to keep working on it. All the while I keep looking for auditions. And honing my craft. That's all I needed to know. Oh, we got an achievement. The Hibiscus and the Butterfly. Complete Lucas and Rena's best story arc. Wow. We did it. So what else is in the episode? Go watch it. Just kidding, it's okay, you can watch it whenever. I will, later after work. So, Mr. Lucas, you said this is part of your plan. An officer, you said you need all players to be here to form a complete story. What's with all that? Pops, if you please. Alright, I'll start. Arbi, you remember what we talked about a couple of days ago? Which part? I asked you and Gala which you preferred, wild rumors or bad press? Though you didn't answer. Ah, yes, I remember now. You said something about combining them, I think? Yep, and that's where I and Lady Irina came in. Oh? Pops was telling me about his meetup with the grieving vandals, so I know the whole story, and I get what they were going for. It's not that they want their friend to be remembered in a bad way. Yeah, they just want them to be remembered. Period. So from talking with Pops, I had an idea. An idea to turn their actions into a neighborhood legend. Urban legend. With their and the victims' family's permission, of course. The victims' family? When the officer asked me if I knew them, I was able to track them down. You did? That's great. How? We operate on a similar wavelength, which is the easiest way to explain it. It took a while, but I managed to reach them. I see. That makes sense. So you're trying to turn their act of vandalism into urban legend? Exactly right. Urban legend usually starts with hearsay, created from half truths, half exaggeration, from each speaker to the next listener. Like a game of tag. Sometimes they can even be all lies. But most of them often serve as a cautionary tale. Yup. But the best thing about this one is it's all real. It really didn't take much for me to tweak it into a whole new story. Why did it need tweaking? To make it less clear, of course. Because you want everyone to get curious. If you explain everything all at once, there's no mystery for others to dig into. Once they're hooked on the premise, folks will try finding things out on their own. And in this case, because the tree already has an actual long history, those who dig for more information will surely fall down the rabbit hole. Other content creators who are into this stuff will lap it up, and they tend to be big. Then the rest is history. Their friend's memory will have a life of its own. I see what you mean. Did you have the story in yesterday's episode? Part of it. We're planning to discuss it further in a couple episodes. Because you need to give the impression time to propagate, you know? Honestly, it was probably good enough. Because my daughter couldn't stop asking me more about it. She knows the story was based on my case. And she's been telling her friends at school about the video. Without letting them know it was my case, of course. That would be bad. Sounds very promising, though. You're telling me. That's great. Send our thanks to your daughter, Pops. What? This is all very different, but a somewhat exciting experience. How do you know this will all work out as intended? We don't. It's not that easy to influence that many heads, you know? But you were so confident. Because we'll never know the outcome of anything unless we try. That's true. Oh, we got another achievement. Complete Georgie, Lucas, and Rena's best story arc simultaneously. We did it. Well, congrats on taking a step into a new direction, kiddos. Who knows? Maybe someday soon I'll join in on that. You want to become an influencer too, Pops? Could you imagine? I'm taking a step into a new direction. How about Georgie Williams, private investigator? Really? For real? Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Who really knows at this point? I mean, I think it fits you well. Thanks for the vote of confidence, miss. Yeah, stop being a cop. I might have to leave soon. Why? I haven't eaten anything substantial since the morning. It was a really busy day. Oh, word? Let's go then. You can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back. Nah, let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss. Ah, you're right. Okay, if you're fine with it. But, before we go, I want to give a final test to Arbi. A test? Yeah. To be honest, I'm very impressed with your coffee shop. It's one of the best I've ever been in. And I see your regulars are loyal as well. So I want to send you a luxurious Lucas-approved 5-star plaque. Oh my. So that's real, huh? What's that? Nothing. Does it mean this coffee shop will be part of the hottest gang now? Only if you pass this one test. Make me a custom order based precisely on my preferences. Could you tell me a bit more? After all, the relations between a shop and its patrons is based on deep familiarity. So I just want you to make a drink based on what you know about me. I can't really drink coffee anymore, but I still need the caffeine. Right. Oh, I see, I see. So this should be... Well, whatever, let's hear him talk. I like really sweet things. And sometimes I forget to eat, so I'll need something rich to soften up the drink. What special drink would satisfy all that? Well, we had that one episode where he drank matcha. So it should be green tea. Because he still needs the caffeine, and green tea is probably good for that. Let's save, though. Let's save. And then he said something to soften it. But then he likes really sweet stuff, so it should be honey and milk. The 5 stars. Here you go. Oh, an achievement. Serve Lucas the drink 5 stars on his test. Oh, there you go. Here you go, sir. Whoa. That looks nice, kid. What'd you call this? Since it's made for your approval. 5 stars. How's that sound? With the quotation marks and everything? Perfection. Truly a service worthy of Lucas's 5 stars. Cheers. He hit the double sip. He didn't have to drink it all at once. I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything. You too, you two. Bye, Arbi. See you again soon. Goodbye. There they go. Good for them. So, just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that. I have to go soon, though. Duty calls. Sure. Oh. Oh, Freya! Hello, Arbi! How are you? Freya! Hey, Miss Greenhair. Hey, officer. Long time no see. Heard you've been going around the world, huh? Around the world is a bit much. But I've been somewhere. Glad to see you here, Freya. As much as I'd like to stay and chat, duty calls. Aw, that sucks. I missed you. I'll see you later then, Georgie. Yeah. Don't forget to tell Arbi the truth, okay? Huh? Later, Arbi. I will. What does that mean? Let me move over there. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend. Arbi, what's up? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last-minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my very first order ever? Of course I do. Espresso. Yep, you have a good memory. First time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now. I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Thank you. One espresso for me, please. Here you go. One espresso. Here you go, Freya. A cup of a triple shot espresso for you. Great. Again, this deep aroma and such stellar flavors. Thanks. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? Yeah, I really want to know. Oh. Oh, her following is growing. Which part? Something about telling me the truth. Ah, well, about that. Okay, I'm leaving for a writer's residence soon, and it's really, really far away. What? I know. It was impulsive. It was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month, not really expecting anything. But we got accepted, and somehow it's for this year's rotation, which means I need to pack and get ready really soon. It's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long's it gonna be? I don't know, probably a few months. But I might try to keep traveling after that. Okay. Arby? Are you sad? Nope. Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aww. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it, everything. Alright. So it started around 2 weeks ago. That's a good way to end it. With Freya. Oh, we got a post-credits. Aqua's working on her game while Myrtle helps from time to time. They're a good team. Oh, there he is. Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. Where are they? And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread around all of Seattle. And Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms to Hyde's obvious displeasure and secret joy. Lou and Bailey's bought a little house with large windows, a small garden, and an extra bedroom. Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function when the time is right. The Nekochel x Arbi collaboration was a success, and a new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, her true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she said. In spite of its impromptu nature, their first vlogcast was a success, especially with Rachel's appearance boosting the views. Lucas's team joined production a few episodes later, and they're thinking about eventually covering their home states and communities. Word of mouth spread the story of the accident, resulting in a combination of history and urban legend. A petition then was created to memorialize the site, which was successfully included. Nice. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, in memoriam Muhammad Fahmi Hasni. Yeah, that guy passed away. The creator of this whole group of people, he passed away. Like, I think very recently. So it makes sense. Yeah, it's really sad. But at the very least, they were able to get it done. You know what I mean? It's a good in memoriam. Oh, post credits. Hello? It's the cat, right? Is it the cat? Or not? What? Wait, what am I supposed to do here? Hold on a second. Wait, what do I do here? Uh-huh. I guess, I guess we gotta make something? Um, what should we make? I don't even get to see. I don't even get this. There's a chat bubble there, so apparently somebody is there. Um, what do we do? Espresso? Maybe, maybe an espresso. Or maybe we should make one of the custom drinks. Um. Oh, you know what? I think it is the cat, right? So we should give milk. Perfect. Milk. Hope you enjoy this small offering. Oh, don't worry, it's on the house. We'll be open all night, so feel free to stay a while as long as you'd like. Until you feel you're ready to leave. Got an achievement. Oh, we have to replay the game now. Well, we did it. We finished one playthrough of Coffee Talk 2. Looks like there's gonna be even more playthroughs, but for now I think this is where our Coffee Talk adventure ends, because I'm going on hiatus after this week. I need a break. Because work is starting soon. But don't worry, we still have time. We're still gonna be back on this Saturday with, I believe, Atelier Ryza. But at least Coffee Talk is over now. There's no Coffee Talk 3 or anything, so that was all of Coffee Talk. I'm probably not gonna try to go for the other achievements or the other routes on stream. I think, you know, that's something that you guys can find out for yourselves. If you guys like this playthrough, then you guys can get it yourself. I think that was good time. I thought this was gonna be a lot longer than it needed to be, but that was actually like 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's basically how long our streams usually are, so I'm pretty satisfied. Yeah, it wasn't that long at all. Maybe because I was like speeding through conversation a little bit. I wasn't voice acting. Not that I voice acted much in the other ones, but you know, I did not even try to do voices. I just read everything through. But I thought that was a sweet game. It was really cute. The stories are a little more involved than in the first game, and I like that there are bad endings now apparently, because I mean, it told me that we got good endings for some of the arcs, so there has to be bad endings, right? Some of the storylines were a little more involved, like the whole Georgie, Lucas, and Rena stuff that was connected, as opposed to like the Aqua and Myrtle stuff, which was kind of really quick and really snappy. Like, not much happened in that storyline, and it was over pretty quickly. But you know, I thought it was great. I thought this was a cute, perfect little game. You know, definitely fun if you guys like games like this or Valhalla. Definitely encourage you guys to check it out on your own. But for now, I think it's time we wrap it up. So, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. Thanks for coming by to watch me play Coffee Talk 2 and finish Coffee Talk 2. It was a lot of fun. I'll be back on Saturday with Atelier Ryza. It's gonna be another chill stream, I guess, because that's what we're up to. Until then, make sure to stay hydrated. Make sure to eat a snack. Make sure to eat dinner if it's evening for you like it is for me. Take care of yourselves. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye. Goodbye. I'm gonna go get myself some dinner.